All right. We are live. Let me just jump up in here and make sure that I got everything in the description box for this breaking news. We got some stuff we have to talk about. It's an emergency. We have a few emergencies we got to discuss. I'm going to keep y'all aware of what's going on. But this is out of New York City, where we're talking about a very blue state. So that's concerning that such a blue state is going to have something like this. Well, first, I want to go to my lives. I want to paste this. Make sure it has the right name because I have another podcast I'm working on and it has that one on there. Oopsie daisy. And I just want to throw my little disclaimer at the bottom. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Even though for this episode, I may not have to say that. But I got to say that because this is a lot. I have to say it. I have to put it out there. Let's upload the thumbnail. That doesn't want to upload. It's a beautiful thumbnail. It's not taking. That's fine. I didn't think to do this ahead of time. I'll export it as an easier file because apparently it doesn't want to work, which is fine. We are ready to do this. I'm just waiting for the Honorable Dion Powell to show his face. Oh boy. And of course, there's a little bit of an issue. I don't get it. Let's try it this way. It won't upload my thumbnail. Is YouTube just going to give me problems today? What's going on, YouTube? I'll take my thumbnail so we can get going. All right, boom. It's there. Done. I can get this off my computer. Let's empty this. I don't have my... I'm ready. Yo, I'm jumping on this. This is so bad that I have to be in effect right now because this is critical. I see the Honorable Dion Powell has decided to show his wonderful face, make presence, popularity, and all of that. Let me get this to my team so that the link to my team so that they can jump on this. Breaking news. This is our first coverage. Breaking news.
Breaking news. The racist news you need in life.
I got to change my output. That's better.
Yeah, I'm trying to do continuity.
Alrighty then. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm good with that. Let me just get this live feed to the team. And then I'll give them 2 minutes to...
You see? They can say this is a slant. Young Republicans, racism exposed. Oh my God.
How is that a slant? I would love for you to explain to me how that's a slant. And that's not directly exactly what happened.
Racism exposed.
Is that not what happened? Like, is that not exactly what happened? You want me to slant it and take off what happened, but what happened is the racism was exposed. Period. Right? No? I would love to hear how you would like to phrase it.
I just gotta see how the algorithm looks. Let's see, because I told people 12:30, but that was in the stories earlier. Let's see. Where's my?
No answer. Said I ain't even going to touch that one. Good choice. It's not really an answer for that. It's kind of just like what it is.
Okay. Let me share this to the world. Okay.
They were being racist, and Politico exposed them, which go Politico. But the question is who leaked it? Because that's what happened. It's not that it wasn't going on all along. It's not that this is new. It's not like this wasn't happening. It's not like this wasn't the face of the party hidden behind closed doors. It's what happens is it got exposed. Not that we didn't know it, wasn't looking at it, couldn't tell all along. It's just that right now, it's like, oh, look, it's in black and white. And it is. For everybody who wanted to deny it, pretend like it wasn't happening, had their own take on what it was, as many people did.
Let me see.
Now we know. We can't pretend like it's not happening anymore. I mean, I guess we could always pretend.
You can be whatever you want to identify as in America. You can do.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, welcome to the think tank. We'll use critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and a pitch of common sense to draw unbiased and logical conclusions. We debate across party lines about current events, what's going on. Something like this, we have to jump on right away because it affects communities, it affects how people should vote, how people should think. It exposes truths, and it's as current as it gets. This is our first breaking news segment, and I'm Leo, your host. I'm going to allow the Honorable Dion Powell to introduce himself, and we can dive right in.
I'm trying to link this up to all the social media they're in. Hi everybody, how you doing? I'm the 78th Assembly District Leader, Dion Powell, here in the Bronx Conservative Party. And I am not a Republican. And that's why when these things happen, I always pivot and say, guess what? You accuse me, but I'm not a Republican and never was. Back to you, Skip.
Well, thankfully, you're not a Republican. Neither am I.
What are you, Leo?
Me? I'm an independent. As I've always said, and every time you ask me.
I'm gonna have to see that in writing. 1 second. This is I gotta get all these things together here.
Okay. I mean, I've had some problems with the Democratic Party in the past, as you well know. But I have a great deal of serious issues with the Republican Party right now. And because of all of those issues, most of the things I talk about are on the Democratic side, which allows us to have across the aisle talks, even though I wouldn't specifically be on the other side of the aisle. Right now, I have to be, because when your choices are Democrats and Republicans, and you're looking at it through a critical lens, and you're a black male in this country, your options are extremely limited. Or at least from my viewpoint, where I stand perched at the 50,000-mile view overhead looking down like, oh, is that a bunch of racists? Like, are they calling black people monkeys?
Well, guess
As I
what?
said,
Let's give the audience the recap they need. So far, in Politico, a recent article has come out of certain Telegram groups, the Young Republicans, the New York Young Republicans, the New York State Young Republicans have
before you could go on, I would like to mention New York is one of the bluest states there is. You're from the Bronx, as you've said, which is, as you've stated on just about every episode, the bluest county in the country. So we're talking about this is at the heart of Democrats, of heart of blue. This is what's really going on in the Republican mind, in the Republican hearts, in Republican speech, in Republican communication in the heart of blue areas. I'm sorry, continue.
good God. All right, well, finally, you guys got your moment. We got them. We got them. They're racist, everybody. Come look and see. And you black people that's over there, you better get your act together. Look at what we told you, so you better come back over here, back on the plantation. No. So this is what the news is, family. So Politico came out with an article that's going over the nation about the young Republicans, the New York Young Republicans, and the New York State Young Republicans members, with their telegram where they're, doing the usual BSing. I'm guilty of this. Everybody I know is guilty of this. That's a part of a lot of groups. I'm even in some of these groups that have the same members. Well, but I'm not a Republican, but I'm not in their groups. But anyway, long story short, in this world of MAGA, MAHA, there are different WhatsApp groups, Signal groups, Telegram groups, Substacks, and people let their hair down. And so what Political did was someone sent them a nice, excuse New York background, a nice dialogue of all the, racist comments that can happen in these conversations as well. Like I said today on my status and stories, everybody has a right to be racist in their own small circle, pond, or pool within the confines of their closed bedroom, like other things. But the issue I had is the staffers. For example, as a former staffer, I used to work for the New York State Assembly, being a Bronx community liaison. You are too, just like our governor, Kathy Hochul. Your racism or whatever your thoughts and feelings in the dark may reflect your actions to the public. And some people say, well, you're deflecting, but what about isms? Which is true. So the staffers were fired, some of them, to my knowledge. But again, this exposes the racism, which I say, this is a violation of their privacy because they have a privacy right to be as racist as they want amongst their own circles, and then internally be called out if necessary. But then also, will it reflect your actions as a staffer in the government? So that's the issue I had, and I've said that as well. And I got to give a shout out to the Black Conservative Federation because they actually put out a statement. I got to give a shout out to Pierre Wilson, the senior director of Blexit, my organization, powered by Turning Point USA, because unfortunately, I think Deontay Johnson said it best from the Black Conservative Federation, that racism is not conservatism or conservatism is not racism. But yes, because now the Young Republicans, New York City Young Republicans, had a meeting last night, a membership meeting. It was busting at the seams, to my understanding, because so many people are coming over to this side since Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I'll stop there.
Well, you've given us quite a lot to feed on.
Yes, eat.
Well, I would like to hear the statement that was given. Would you mind pulling that up? Let us talk
You
about
gonna
this.
whip it out? You gonna whip it out? Okay. Whatchamacallit?
No, Diddy, no, not. Don't whip it out. Just pull
Okay,
it up.
so am I allowed to share?
Uh, you're absolutely. Please do share. I apologize.
Okay, so we'll let you guys, seems though it's always a black slant on this program for obvious reasons. We're going to give you one of the organizations that I associate with, which is the Black Conservative Federation. Now, mind you, the Black Conservative Federation actually has some members of the whatchamacallit, New York City Young Republicans. For example, when I'm with Blex in New York, I associate with the Black and Hispanic caucuses of New York City Young Republicans, as well as the Hispanic caucus of New York State Young Republicans. Now I just got to find the what's it called? Where is it? Where is it?
So what you just said, in simple terms, is full disclosure. You're a member or you're an associate of the racist group.
Wow, what a framing. Let's see. Is this it right
Is that not what you said? Would you like
Here,
to
this is a
frame
nice
that
Instagram.
differently?
Instagram. Yes, I'll phrase it differently. So my title now is the New York City Hub Leader of Blexit, New York, powered by Turning Point USA. And
Congratulations.
the good work, thanks. The good work, yeah, I'm back again. The good work that, because remember, life is sometimes full of dualities, good, bad, evil, whatever you want to call it. But yes, the New York City Young Republicans, we've worked with on in terms of the Black Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus. We did the Dominican Day Parade, which went viral, the African American Day Parade, which went viral, all these wonderful things. And also work at a community giving back, Christmas giveaways and the voter registration drives. And we just did a Columbus Day and that kind of stuff. So, anyway, some of these realms, when you're Black, the pond is small and it overlaps. So, some of their members of the New York State Young Republicans, Black Caucus, and so forth, they spill over to the Black Conservative Federation, which is a national organization as well, just like Blexit. And as you can see here, they came out with a statement condoning disavow, denouncing, that's the word right there, the statements of these people. So for me, again, being in the same circles, this is why I'm not a Republican, because at least over here, you can actually see racism from across the room. You don't have to go over there. I'm registered with the New York State Conservative Party, the third party. But here's a statement for everybody to read here at their leisure. Just go to Black Conservative Federation. Their website is down because I checked this morning, but on their Instagram and their X, they made this public statement because they've been getting more vocal about these issues because we're getting more new Black faces in our places here on the right, as it were. So I'm very proud of them. Now, if I can go to Facebook.
You didn't read the statement. Let me read the statement,
Oh, okay.
please.
There you go.
Black Conservative Federation, and I'm not part of this group. I am not part of this group. But listen to what they said. Black Conservative Federation condemns the vile, racist, and you purposely blocking the screen. You don't want me to read it?
Oh, sorry.
Black Conservative Federation condemns the vile, racist, and dehumanizing language uncovered in the Young Republican group chat. There is no place for racial slurs, hate, or moral rot disguised as jokes within that movement or anywhere in America. Silence is complicity. Those who remained in that chat are just as accountable. They call on conservative leaders, such as yourself, Dion, to denounce this behavior without hesitation or excuse. And so the one party that you're a member of is telling you to denounce the other party who is outright racist, whose actions that you are defending. How do you balance that out?
Simple. I'm not a Republican, but you didn't finish reading, but it's okay. The point is that, yes, they should be called out. They're put on blast. They're exposed, this, that, and the third. But keep in mind.
And the but.
Right. That's going to be too easy. The point that the angle I'm coming at it from is a staffer, which is the staffers that are caught up in this. That's why sometimes I deactivate my social media. When I was a staffer, deactivate your social media, put it on private, because everybody has things about their life or lifestyles or whatever that if they took off the mask, like my minister would say, would really expose them and disqualify them for certain things in life because of guilt, shame, and other things. So just like Kathy Hochul said, the little Black kids in the Bronx don't know computers. She has the ability to control education. Just like some of these staffers locally and different legislatively affect different policies, communities, access to certain things. Again, the staffers involved, just like Kathy Hochul. I'm giving you guys a nice check, guys, a nice refund check for your taxes, but don't spend it on that one liquor. You see, these are the things or whataboutisms that you got to compare this to, which is the staffers being caught up with all this stuff. But if I can, I also share my organization if you let me.
Thank you, Chitro. I a little bit difficulty pronouncing your name.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I too am not surprised. This isn't for you. This is for the people who are in denial, who don't believe it, who always come up with excuses for it, who think it's not real, that all of this is happening. We have to show that this is real and it's being defended by people that you wouldn't expect it to be defended from. Even the people surrounding people will defend this. People that should not be defending this will defend this. And we need to expose everything that's happening, not just the chats. Everybody, we knew the chats. We know they're racist. We're being told we're not racist because people think we're stupid. We get that. But we know they're racist. But
nobody's denying that.
Everybody doesn't seem to realize that they're racist. So this is to expose to those who live in denial, because now you can't deny it. It's right in your face. How are people defending it, Samant? Just keep listening and you'll find out, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of that. Shameful and absolutely shameful. It's disgusting. I happen to agree in perpetuity. And Wild Beast Commander said, "What's up to you, Dion?" But I agree in perpetuity. It is vile and disgusting. Can we just move past hate already? No, we can't, because you can't control how other people think or feel. Exactly. You have to acknowledge it. You can't hide from it, run for it, pretend it's not there. If you stick your head in the sand, when you come out, it's still going to be there. So to deny and run for it and pretend like it doesn't exist is not an option. I wish hate could dissipate, but Lucifer is real, just like God is real. You can pretend he's not there, but he's there. Hate is real. I hope they all face real consequences for this. Many have already been laid off. That's what Dion was saying. Staffers have been laid off. People are getting denied jobs. There are some real world consequences, but the truth of the matter is it will be covered up and things will move along just like it never happened, unless voices like mine and voices like yours continue to make it so that they can't hide. We have to continue to speak on this, because they're only going to pretend like this didn't happen. Dion, back to you. You were talking about Brexit?
All that. Okay, well, again, the black folks on this side, once again, deflect to the black folks on the blue team or the left side and say, hey, we hope you call it out too and make sure those staffers are fired. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is Black.
No, I don't. I don't know what you mean, but go ahead.
For example, Kamala Harris's campaign still hasn't paid people that are black that were trying to help her win, and they had to make a GoFundMe with all the racist consultants that are white at the top pulling the strings. And just like a teacher in school coming out of their pocket paying for supplies and strategies and things to get to the black vote for Kamala Harris. So you got to think about those kind of racists that need to be called out and put on blast, on loop publicly. And what do their Telegram chats in the dark look like amongst themselves about how they want to help the black people? That's my point. And then again, back to Kathy Hochul, governor of New York State, who said that black kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is, that control education policy. Staffer that just put out a nice stimulus check, sort of, to New York State and say it went to a black church, quote unquote, and say, hey, don't use this money for malt liquor. These is the racists that actually have the power. I'm more concerned about racism that has power that actually affects Black America, and those are the people I have a problem with. This stuff in a chat, if it wasn't staffers,
it's the people that was in the chat and how they apply their morals, theories, methodologies, their way they think, how they apply these things.
Right.
That we have to worry about. When you got state senators walking around calling people monkeys, then we might have a problem.
Well, yes. So again, this is Black Sit, my organization. This is Pierre Wilson, and Pierre is the senior director of Black. He's the one that's really done a lot of great work. Shout out to him. Nothing but love and respect for this guy, this brother right here. You know, he's expanded us to like 15 HBCU campuses and growing. So he does a lot of good work. And he came with his statement too, because it's like we have to say something. And I'm proud of him, the Black Conservative Federation, and some of my other Black colleagues in this universe. Now, do you want to read this one, Leo?
A couple of more things in the chat, then I'll see what was said. Absolutely.
Let me look at the chat too. So you got, this is all public information, family.
Republican here. This is absolutely abhorrent. Why did Democrat Governor Hochul call this out? I don't know. Of all people, not changing my affiliation. No one's asking you to change your affiliation. We're just asking you to open your eyes and look what you're affiliated with. If you're complicit with that, then you're complicit with that. At least you know where you stand. Don't be complicit and walk around and have your head in the sand. You can make your own educated decision. That's what a think tank is about. Critical thinking, understanding what's happening and coming to logical conclusions rather than just pretending it's not there. If that's your decision, that's your decision. Yeah, Jabari, it's true. People still act like this. Racism hasn't gone anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere
Let's all be,
because
you can't police these kind of things. It has to organically, naturally, spiritually, be broken through because Black America, we're guilty of the same amongst our close circles, talking about all types of demographics. Let's be honest. The point I'm making, I can't stress enough, is that people in positions of power that are exposed, they got consequences on social media and these groups letting their hair down. And again, and that's what should be taken into focus because now their principles, as we say in the business, which are the elected officials, they're in jeopardy come, in their local districts and beyond.
well, that was a lot. Okay, so let me finish this.
Let me stop.
Expose big time. Yes, Wade. You can't. They can't hide it. They can talk it down. I mean, Dion's like, oh well, everybody talks racist, and in this is a political chat with political members where people have real power. This is not people behind closed doors talking racism. These are people that can affect your lives, talking about you in an abhorrent way, in such that if that's how they feel, then how are they conducting their policies? That's what it is. So yeah, we have to pay attention. This is why accountability matters. Absolutely. And people should be held accountable. The firings are good. The not hirings are better. The people that are seated in the seats of real power are not being touched and not being affected. They're still going to conduct themselves. They're just going to be more careful. They're going to go after whoever exposed them because that's what's going to happen so that it doesn't happen again. But just out of the White House where things is coming out, because things are so bad, people are going to leak.
Well,
the masks always fall off eventually. Not true. Not true. You still got people walking around talking about we don't have a racist regime running the country. Like their policies aren't directly, let's take away DEI, let's take away affirmative action, let's take away the Voters' Rights Act, which protects the Black right to vote. And you're still going to have people defending that like it's not a white racist supremacist regime. So the masks don't always fall off because everybody can't acknowledge what's right in front of their face. And disgusting behavior, totally unacceptable. Michael agreed. Dion, you wanted to speak?
Okay. So that's all well and good. However, you see, I'm one of those everything's gonna be all right type of Black brothers. So again, what I said earlier, there's so many Black people and beyond that's coming over here that Black leaders like myself, Pierre Wilson, Deontay, Black Conservative First, Brexit, we're all finding our voice in the sense that there's going to be some reforms and changes on the right side of the fence. Again, I'm not a Republican, but we collaborate.
You're not a Republican. Is a conservative party on the right side of the fence?
Yes.
So you're on that. So you're not a Republican, but you're on that side.
Yes.
Okay, that's one of the clarification. Please proceed.
Yes. Yes. And we're doing so many wonderful things. And even though this has happened, people are still going to come over here. But the point is this, the reformation or the changes that's going to be necessary within the GOP. Okay, because the Black people that's in the GOP and the new Black people coming in, plus all the white allies and beyond and others in this realm, they're going to have to make some changes. You see what I'm saying? So this is more of a Republican issue. But as a person that's on the right side, conservative or center right or centrist side or libertarian side, because a lot of us here too, Maha, Kennedy's people, there's going to be some changes.
Yes, the people telling people that you don't need shots, don't worry about that. We're going to rip away your health care. You don't need health care. Just take lime or whatever stupidity came out of his mouth last. Don't worry about it. If you're got a high fever, nah, that won't kill you. Just don't take Advil or whatever. Other ooh man, Kennedy.
And shout out to his wife, who's also on Curb Your Enthusiasm, who was recently on The View and how she defended her husband and the Department of Health by saying, hey, most of the directors of the Department of Health and Human Services don't really have a background in medicine. They're more in an administrative capacity. But until her husband became there with Donald Trump, that's when they put everybody under the microscope.
I think it was when they started firing all the doctors and just putting in conspiracy theorists, but that's not what we're talking about.
What
So
is
you
that?
was so you wanted to talk about more about the leaked chat from Politico?
Yes. So right now, it's getting a lot of play. There's going to be more to come out, but I'm going to pivot to another concern amount of mine, which is privacy. Because remember, free speech and all these wonderful constitutional things. If this is the case, then that means that Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups, Signal groups, and the places of employment, public and private, are now free game. That means Politico and whoever else who may have a grudge against you can just expose everybody in the group that's in there BSing amongst whatever demographic. You too, Leo, can be liable if you're in a certain groups and you're mouthing off, and then someone in your company gets wind of it and exposes, oh, look at Leo and the rest of the gang, and they're all talking about how they like big butts and they cannot lie. Just think about it, how dangerous it is with the right to privacy in these groups that's being exposed. So you also have to have a
So you're
whole
comparing I like big butts to calling black people monkeys. That is
what?
that's what was done. That was one of the multiple horrific things that was said in this group chat. As a matter of fact,
Hey,
let's
my
read
man,
that.
Wheeled Beast Commander say he didn't read his comment. They just sent me a private text.
Yeah, you didn't give me a chance because you cut me off. I was about to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got 5,000 people watching, family. Let's keep it going.
So if we're going back to the chats, well, I'm gonna get a chance to do that again. I'm trying to keep up. The chats are going great. Thank you, everybody, for joining in and participating. I appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to read everybody's comments. And while Beast was the next person, um, how is
Emmanuel
it
in the
being covered
Bronx.
up if they're how this is one of your people. He gave you a shout out earlier. How is it being covered up if they're being fired and denied jobs? He said, I'm not reading his comment, but he was the next comment up, and there's a bunch of comments underneath. I just didn't get to it yet. You have
People
to be
get
a little
dropped
bit
out.
patient. And in response to that is what I said was that it's going to be covered up. They're firing some staffers. They're not doing some hirings. The people at the top are not going to be touched. Senators are not going to lose their job. People at the top are not going to be covered. It's going to cover it up. They're going to find out who did the leak. They're going to try and stomp it out, and they're going to keep going like nothing happened. That's what I said. He said something else, I believe.
That's District Leader Emmanuel Finley, candidate for City Council here in the Bronx.
Who's that?
The comment that you just made, the
Oh,
will guy.
wow. Thank
Yeah,
you for
being a
joining
political
us. It's a pleasure
candidate.
to have you.
Yeah, look at this
Okay.
video.
Uh, and okay, Republican here. This is absolutely a horror. Why did Democrat Governor Hochul? We've read that already, so I got to scroll down. I
That's
apologize.
right. Both political parties are guilty of it, but you have to look at the people that's in power. Whose comments are more dangerous if you think about implementation of policy? The governor or some of these staffers? But I don't know. The media is going to let you decide. And but guys, like I said before,
I just so basically what you're saying is what I'm saying because you just said what I said. You just said what I said twice, which was the people that really count are not going to be held accountable.
they are. You just said yourself they were fired.
No, the staffers and all of that, but the people with real power are not touched. The senators, the governor, none of these people are going to be
Governor
touched.
Hochul, wait. Governor Hochul can be touched next year because she's up for re-election. That's why politically, at least Stefanik, who's a potential candidate for governor on the right side, is actually being spotlighted as well. Understand? And
Yes,
this is why
exposed big
Alexa,
times. This is why accountability matters. The masks always fall off. Eventually, we discussed all that. Disgusting behavior, totally acceptable. Thank you for covering this topic. Thank you, Supernoid, for all you do. That's not what he said. I wouldn't. That's the comment I was looking for. That's good. I want to see what he said. He said that's not what he said. Both Republicans and Democrats refuse one thing: accountability. But agreed, 100%. By the way, not defending this whatsoever. Yeah, you might want to put that as a disclaimer. Thank you. That's an important disclaimer. You can't because this is a horrific thing that's going on. Why was he taking your example? Is he taking your example out of context? Generally speaking, I try and call it down the middle, as you'll see. Thank you for covering this topic. You're welcome, William. The Hypocrisy is Real by Cheeto. Yeah, so outside of the person that you have in here, it
Well, there's
appears
another
that
person in there. Nothing is ever real. Nothing underscore is ever real. That's Eduardo. He's another one of our Blexit memories. As
so
well as,
I invite no one. I literally just let it go organic. I don't even paste this on my Facebook page. I invite no one. So the people that are you have a couple of people in here that have your back, and everybody else that's complaining about this is organic. It's organic. None of this is my people except for Supernoy, who helps with the promotion, and all he said was thank you for covering the topic. So all of the things that you're seeing is organic. It's not like I got my people in here, nothing. Your people are good, but the rest are organic. So if you're seeing a bunch of negative stuff about this topic, it's because that's how people feel, not because I called them up.
Good.
These things need to be called out loudly. Thank you, Henry.
Not all 5,000 of these people are going to be behind me. Believe that.
Can we have leaders who actually lead with respect? Woo! That would be a thing. I wish. Maybe one day. We're not there today. We're not there today.
But
so
again,
should we read some of the stuff that, because I thought I put it in an email, but it didn't show up.
yes,
I wanted to read.
It's your time to pounce. People like you pounce on the
No, I just wanted to literally read verbatim what Politico said. It has nothing to do with pouncing. See, that's what I'm saying. That's your side who comes in and
your side needs racism to thrive. Your side needs let's just say the blue team, the left side, you guys need racism to survive. But again,
we need racism to survive. So we need to be called black monkeys and to survive. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what you're saying to me. We need to have racial attacks on us to survive. We need to have the ability to go out and try and get a job on equal footing because historically it's not as easy for us to find a job. We have systemic racism to combat. We need the tools that we have to combat systemic racism taken away. We need that to survive. I got kids to feed. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound quite right to me.
I'm glad you said that because then people like me on this side of the fence were like, well, where was all that smoke for Kathy Hochul, who just recently said that, hey, don't use my money for more liquor black people in the black church. You see what I'm saying? It's only when it's on this side.
I didn't know about that till just now.
That's
how come I know about this? Because you brought it to me. Yes. So I didn't know about it. So where was the smoke? How could I have smoke for something I don't know about?
Talk about political, talk about the media. The media, the fourth branch of government, that's the problem. That's why we are the media, and so are you, family. Keep supporting this platform, but also get the truth out there. And like I said, privacy is an issue, but there's so many black people coming over to the right now that leaders like myself, Pierre, Deontay, the New York Young Republicans, Black Caucus, Hispanic Caucus, Blexit, everybody's standing up. Listen, there has to be some sort of reformation and things are going to have to change. But if you're a staffer, no matter what color you are, you take an oath internally, externally within yourself to higher standard. And again, these group chats, I know it's fun, happy hour with a lot of alcohol sometimes, letting your hair down, but it's dangerous, family. Take it from me.
Everyone that votes is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then they also
they're going to share the screen so the people can see it, Leo, so they can feel the racism.
Oh yeah, feel the racism. I'm sure they want to feel this racism. I'm sure they want to hear about it. I'm just literally reporting from Politico. Everyone that votes is going to the gas chamber. That's against Jews, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. When do we start bullying dude? We have a solid 3 people who can have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When do we bring that side out? I'm going to create some. When do we bring that side out? This right here says they're planning to literally try and expose themselves. They got exposed early. They didn't get exposed. They got exposed early. This is the plan, according to what I'm reading. I'm going to create some of the greatest physiological torture methods known to man. Why, if they vote for us, why would they be gassed? Like, people in the chat are like, what are y'all talking about? We only want true believers. True believers in what? What the hell is going on here? Can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetic. Wow. I'm ready to watch people burn now. Look at this shit. We got to pretend that we like them. Hey, come on and take a nice shower and relax. Boom, they're dead. This is unreal. This isn't even getting to the black stuff. We didn't even get to the black stuff. Oh, yeah, I had some back and forth with VC in Michigan. I'm assuming that he means the vice president of the United States. Current chair is a deer in headlights. Well, we have a call Wednesday. Many agree. He did say, my delegates I bring will vote for the most right-wing person. Great. I love Hitler. Jesus Christ. Joe, did you look it up yet? Just did. Probably shouldn't have my. Now, this is for political. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. This cannot be this can't be independently verified. This is according to the reporting by Politico. Joe, did you look it up yet? Just did. Probably shouldn't have on my work computer. Ref, you think? So this is going on government computers. This is not something behind closed doors. This is their communication in government computers. The Spanish came to America and had sex with every single woman. Sex is gay? What? It was rape? Epic? What the? Yo! What the? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was something.
Watch, as they say.
That was something. I'm looking to hear you defend that, Dion.
I'm not here to defend anything. I'm here with a warning for political staffers, operatives, and the general public at large. Racism is not going anywhere anytime soon. Number two, people have a right to hang out and let their hair down amongst their peers. Number three, as a staffer for the government, sometimes you even take an oath as a staffer, you have a higher moral standard. And now, as you can see, for the public sector and the private sector, be warned what you say in these groups, hanging out, witty banter and having fun amongst whatever demographic. So that's what's disturbing here. But
well, that was on a work computer, so it's not like they was after work at a bar getting drunk, saying something stupid. They're at work, actively talking about putting people that vote against them in gas chambers, wondering when they can expose their plan. Like literally wondering when they can expose their plan to put people in gas chambers. That is what this chat is saying.
Let's be honest, Leo. If you look at the trend here of late, which side is getting more violent here in the country?
The Republicans have always been more violent. Let's see what some of these people say. Your man said something. You want to read these? Let me see.
Give us an example. I mean, think about it. So the opportunity here again is more.
There was a. Would he give you an example? You want an example of Democrats being attacked? Right. Then I can get to the chats.
Those crazy Republicans, those racist Republicans, and their racist outbursts in public and attacking everybody. The point is, again,
I want to address what you said. So you want to ask the question, but you can't let me answer it?
All right, fine.
Of course you don't want me to answer it, because then the truth comes out. Oh my God, not the truth. No, I got to keep talking. Quick. Got to cover the truth. Come
on, internet, help them out.
2 Democratic lawmakers were shot in their respective. That's a couple of weeks. That was 4 months ago. That wasn't that recent. So let's go with something more recent. Man charged with killing a cop in the top Minnesota House Democrat. Listen, United States Congressman killed. U.S. Democrat politician and husband shot dead. Do I have to keep going? I think that covers. I think you get the point. So when you ask which one's getting more violent, we had one incident with Kirk getting shot that was exposed, and we haven't even proven that was a Democrat. According to all of his ideology, political beliefs, him growing up, his family and his friends, he was actually Republican. Everything else I see seems to be from the Republican side. Democrats don't even believe in guns. But I digress. I wanted to get back to the chat.
Well, unfortunately, again, like I said, too many Black people are coming over here. I'm not a Republican. I'm a member of the New York State Conservative Party, and they're leaving the left side, the blue side, coming center to the right. So now the right has to get it together, and that's.
Are you done with your propaganda telling them how great the right is? So I can get to the chat.
Well, I'd say it was great. I'm just talking about the trend of all the black people coming.
That's not according to anything that requires science or math like statistics. That's right wing propaganda. According to stats, none of that's true.
Because
So anyway,
more
let me get to
black
the
people are
chat
coming
now.
over here. You're saying that that's not true, that the Democratic
Yes, I'm
Party is
saying no,
disappearing?
I'm not saying it. See, the difference is you're saying that they are. I'm saying that the math and the science from stats, from statistics, is saying that's not true. Now you can argue with the statistics if you want. You're not arguing with me. All I'm doing is presenting the math and science. So be like Kennedy, argue science. I'm good with that. I want to get to the chat. Don, I'm hearing, what about that? Okay. Charlotte, so much for values, facts. Hey, Catherine, it's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Hey, I'm back. Your live stream. All right, after a long time. Word, you've been around a minute. Thanks for rejoining us. You're welcome for exposing this, Miss Priest. Your man, whom I'm loving this comment. And hold up, I want to address Mr. Wild Beast a moment. This is not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about exactly what you're saying, coming together and having these conversations. Whether we agree or disagree, the conversation is what's important. It's about the fact that we are having the conversations and that we can come together and do this. Thank you for understanding that. I truly, truly appreciate that. Okay, Catherine. Thank you. Appreciate you, Kat. Emily, Catherine. I hope young people are watching and learning from this. Me too. Thank you, Josh. I'm sorry. Thank you, Henry.
Remember,
Harry's been here a while too.
there's a
Harry
lie.
and Emily have been with us from like some of our earliest people. Just so you know,
Well,
truth always
again,
comes to light. Yes, Josh, it does. Jason, people need to wake up. That's a fact. Wild Beast again. If these are real, it's really bad, and there has to be consequences. I guess he heard me reading. Oh, you watched it, right? All right. So disappointing to see from the next generation. It is horrible. The comments defending this are part of the problem. Wow. Okay, Vachta. That's that's how people are feeling. This is what happens when hate is normalized. That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what we're here to talk about. These are the things we need to talk about. It's not that hate doesn't exist. We shouldn't normalize it. It shouldn't be okay. It shouldn't be, oh, well, that's just people having a conversation. It's, yo, why y'all walking around? What do you hate about people? Let's talk about what your problem is. It should not be okay. It is not okay to walk around and call people monkeys.
they're
It is
not
not
doing
okay to
that.
talk about putting people in a damn gas chamber. Speechless, just disgusting. These are people from the comments. I wonder how they'll spin this one. Please read my comment. Hey, I'm waiting. Hey, hello. Sorry it took so long. I was trying to get to the comments. Sorry, Emily. You can't call it a few bad apples anymore. That's a fact, boss. I'm waiting for your reply. Racism is a political issue. It's a moral one. That's a fact. I'm reading, Emily. I'm reading. I'm trying. It's not just young Republicans. It's a mindset. That's fact. I agree with that completely, Mr. Robinson. History keeps repeating itself. Yes, we're back in the 60s again.
No
Brandon.
problem. Here
Harry,
we go.
watching this live and shaking my head. Hey, brother. Hey, Harry. Like, you see, I shouted you out. Can we start to education instead of hating? That is where we need to be at. Unfortunately, they're trying to take the education away from schools. Can we please start? Okay.
I
I'm your
just told
regular
you,
viewer. I
Governor
know, Harry. I
Hochul can
shouted
go
you
for
out,
me.
baby. I got you. You were day one. You were day one. This is embarrassing for the whole country. I agree. It's not just one side or the other. Everybody has to be embarrassed. This is how we look to the world. How can anyone support that kind of behavior? And back to you, Dion. I caught up in the chat. You was holding me back.
Thank you guys, all 5,000 of you in our chat for this sudden day-breaking midday, news story about what's going on here with the Young Republicans group chat leak, as it were. So I already gave you my point of view. I already gave you the Black Conservative Federation's point of view. I already gave you Blexit's kind of point of view with our director there. But again, the privacy issue, I had an issue with is like, hey, everybody now you're on high alert. Even me, I have chats for decades, I guess, maybe, of me going gabba, 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 could be used against me in the future. Keep that in mind. And number two, there are a lot of us coming over to the right, and there needs to be some changes. Staffers, again, you're held to a higher standard, so be careful. Put that out there.
We see how they really think. We see who they really are. If you want to go to that side, as it were, just be aware of the people you'll be surrounding yourself with. There'll be people complicit. There'll be people that are saying, well, just ignore it. But that is literally what you'll be surrounding yourself with. My suggestion, because I'm not going to say the Democrats are great, but look at both sides, listen to the conversations, make up your own mind. Don't be galvanized by talks of whose side everybody else is on. Who is in your best interest personally? Later for what they think, what we think, what we think. Who is best for you? That's where you decide. And that I stand on. And we got a bunch of other chats coming in. Oh, okay, give me a second. Let me get caught back up. This is embarrassing. Hey, all right, Harry, got you, baby. This is extremely embarrassing. How do people still not see the problem? That's a fact, Emily. I'm not sure. I think that a lot of people do, and a lot of people still don't, and that's going to be part of our problem. We got to defeat that slavery mindset. Your name looks familiar. Who is that? Haroon? Oh, Haroon, Dr. Haroon. Hi. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Okay, so this is somebody who he's a doctor who has an opinion on the medical thing. I'm going to be doing a joint on him. He is giving his medical expertise to what's going on in the medical field. And I'm going to thank you for joining us, doctor. The truth hurts, but it needs to be heard. Thank you, Tom. Wow, the footy speaks for itself. That's a fact, Lizelle, my bad.
So far, I got a text on the side of my phone. Is how can the people get in touch with you? What kind of content you want to put out into the world? Because normally I say Dion at nyconsultant singular.us. You can reach me at Dion at nyconsultant.us. But how can the people get to you, Leo?
Leo at enlightened ENLIGHT ENED vision VISION Leo at enlightened vision ENT.
Because we are the media and now so are you. So we got to support each other. And people say they want to be on the show or make comments, hit them up. And that's how you have to do it. Because as you can clearly see, this is a very hot topic. But I'm just glad in a way that it happened because now it gets the conversation started that needed to have happened maybe like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But reform on this side is organically happening. So shout out to the Black Conservative Federation, Blexit, and other organizations that I associate with.
And I'm thankful for your team for standing up and trying to. They made their voices heard. That has to be mentioned. Like we're going back and forth, but if you listen to what his people said, they stood up. They're not happy with what's going on. They want accountability. Don't let the stuff that either one of us is saying be your determining factor. Listen to everything. They are standing up and demanding accountability, and that is on the right side. I'm sorry, continue. My apologies.
Yes. So for all the new people in this world that are curious and like, and still have the racial stigma, you don't have to be a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I'm a part of the third political party of New York State, the Conservative Party, as a district leader. If you feel as though that stigma is too much for you to bear, just beating your chest and I'm with the Republican team, then fine. This is an example you could run with. But hey, don't be scared to look out for the libertarians. Sign up to them.
And just be careful and know that your vote is going to be going to the right side. And so be careful who you vote for, see what they stand for, and try and figure out what they're doing behind the scenes. Back to the chat, because we got a lot of chat going on. The silence from some people speaks volumes. That's a fact. The truth is uncomfortable but necessary. Yes, it is, Bachcha. Nothing is ever for real. I just can't understand why can't the adult and Republicans call this out. Well, that's what I was just saying. There are people on the right side that are saying something, but the vast majority of them are not. So just keep that in mind.
No, Leo, the question I have that should be asked is, what would you like to see happen?
What I would like to see happen? I would like to see the leaders in these groups stand up, give the names of the people that are doing these, and make sure that all of them are held accountable. That would be great. Now, where was I? I just can't understand why we can't. Okay, this is just absolutely disgusting. That's why we got to talk about it, though, because it's so disgusting, but we don't have conversations about it. That's why we're here. This is just absolutely disgusting. Keep the receipts and keep exposing them. Yes, Charlotte, that's the plan. We're going to keep doing it. It's out there. Thank you.
Again, I just hope that have all this smoke when it happens on the left side. That's about it. Because remember, these are staffers, but you have governors and candidates for attorney general in Virginia that make outlandish statements. See, I don't have to bring out the whatabouts about the attorney general candidate for Virginia that said he wanted to kill Republicans and their kids. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, because that story is major news too, and that's being the deflection on this side. So there's a constant battle of information out there.
Well, you should bring that up on our next live and have the receipts
Okay,
because
well,
that's something that people are going to want to hear. You're talking about it like you're not bringing it up. So now I don't until you have the receipts. I don't want to talk about it. Bring the receipts.
all right,
Do what you did for this.
we're here live every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time, family. So we're gonna be going on again this Sunday, and there's also some pre-recorded episodes as well here on the Think Tanks. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm the 78th Assembly District Leader Dion Powell of the Bronx Conservative Party, not the GOP brand, consultant, community leader, and here to serve you. Back to you, Leo.
And I just make movies. I'm a filmmaker. That's all I do. I just, with my understanding of how people think that I have to utilize in order to develop characters,
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa. Aren't you a former staffer too?
yeah, I did work for the Democratic Party like a decade ago, but I didn't work for them. I really volunteered because I saw someone doing something in the community, like bringing computers to the first school that had laptops, the first black school that had laptops in the community. So I joined to help that person on their campaign because they did something great in the black community. I saw them doing things in the community, so I went and volunteered to help. If that's what you wanted to bring up, sure, yeah, I did that. Um, where was I? This is why education is definitely important. We definitely need that. And that's what this channel was actually started to do, educate. Trump got in office and the channel got hijacked by the fact that the country's democracy is being overthrown. But this was supposed to be an educational channel. And I do still intend to put out as much education as possible. Um, I organized town hall or higher education at Columbia, but the young Republicans did not attend or direction of their bosses. Dion, this is for you. I don't know who this is. Got you on that, Dion. Somebody, yo, you got some people talking to you in the chat, man.
Let's see what's
Please
going on in chat.
elaborate on the town hall portion of this, please.
Okay, so there's I have some fans in here too. Let's see, you mean the last comment by who said the comment?
The Jelf 7.
DJ L7, yes.
Oh gosh.
Right. So DJL7 is another brand I associate with. He's a Korean, Asian brother. There's a lot of good.
You told me about him. Yeah, yeah. What's up, man? If Dion speaks highly of you.
Yeah, so DJL7, check out his brand too. He has a lot to say because he too is in the same realm I am, where coming from the blue team, coming from the left, he's new to this world. Now, some people, mind you, just like myself, they embrace DJL7. They embrace me. Staten Island, shout out to them. They love us out there. But then you also have the other racist factions as well. And he deals with these issues from the Asian racist perspective of the Asians on the right and how they are used and abused and exploited. But again, he could call out how the Asians on the left are used and abused and exploited and put against black people and things of that nature. So those are things that have to come to light because every demographic, even when you're Jewish, there's certain Jews here on the right that have certain issues, just like Jews on the left, especially with this Israel issue. So all the stuff that happens in these chats and groups comes out a lot because he's very vocal in the chats. So let's imagine when
he is. He's got more stuff I want to read right now. He said young people are exploited and will do as they are young people are exploitable and will do as they are told, as their career is more dependent on those with power. So he's saying that they're easy to control. That's why people like utilize them. That's a fact. I mean, and that's in any business. That's in any business. Every time they say we're not racist, then this happens. Thank you, Surety. That's a fact. They're like, yeah, we're not racist. It's a fake. Racism's over. Y'all had a black president, all of that. But this is what's going on behind the scenes. That's a fact. Young Republicans put in power by the party bosses because they will do as they are told. I think that's a continuation of his last comment. We say young people do what they're told.
Well, so basically, this is a same thing. For example, I forgot to mention because I want I was the chair of the New York State Young Democrats Caucus of Color. So just imagine all the problems with the New York State Young Democrats, or the YD, the Young Democrats of America. There are people in our organizations that were child gropers, if you want to call it that, whatever word you want to say. And that gets put out there. So there's always a young ring of the political party that has a lot of immature antics. But again, staffers, again, even when you're young and there as community liaisons, even volunteers that's rocking the brand, you know what I mean? You have to be very careful in life. And now you can see these groups are free game for the media. So now it's like, where can you be free to be yourself? And that also puts up a lot of tension and resentment into yourself for the media.
All right, yo, if you want to join, become a member, show support, help us continue to have these great conversations. We appreciate you. Oh, Charlotte said she subscribed. Thank you, Charlotte. Pleasure to have you. Okay, 100%. Never a Democrat. I was a Green. Only Democrat for Tulsi. That's your boy DJ Elf. 100 DJI. How did they think they wouldn't get caught? Is this really what they stand for now? No, this is what they always stood for.
Well, the thing
And
is,
the reason
they
they
feel
thought they
as though
wouldn't get
these
caught,
groups are a safe space. Remember, everybody has a right to a safe space. So when you feel as though you're in a safe
on
space,
your work computer,
well, that's a different story.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they
So
remember they said Telegram group. I'm talking about the Telegram group because there's plenty of people that's probably in the chat that's a part of different Telegram groups.
do you know
And
what a Telegram is? Do you know what Telegram is?
a communications platform, just like WhatsApp, linked to your phone.
Right. So I guess it was on the work computer.
Okay, if the VPN, all the technologies, those tech heads.
Well, he was like, I shouldn't be having this conversation on the work computer, so I don't know if he used the VPN. Thank you for the subscription. Wild Beast, appreciate you.
Yeah, Wild the Beast, he wants you to read the comment about the AG. That's what he's hitting me up about.
I missed it. Why don't you find it and you read it? Like you act like I'm by myself. You got me doing all the damn reading. Find it.
He's texting me on the side.
Well, ask him to send you the comment because I don't see it. I missed it and I would like to hear it. I would love to hear it. Where's the leadership calling this out? Do they even realize how damaging this is? Is Harry one of your people?
Who?
No, Harry's been with us. Why is it? You're looking at people that you're like. The people that are in the comment box. Dion, these are people that are in the political realm. We're talking to them. These are the people that are representing us in that realm. They are here right now with us. It's not that, why aren't they talking about it? Harry and not Harry, I apologize. Wild the Beast is against it. Dion's like, who cares? Somebody else was like against it. But we're talking to them. We're having these conversations live right now. How can anyone defend us in 2025? Yeah, it's because nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is the fact that there's more technology, so it's easier to expose. But the mindsets of people are still what they were. It was a little bit more hidden, but it hasn't changed. So it's still here.
Well, talk about the people that implement the policy, the staffers, like Governor Hochul, like the potential Attorney General of Virginia that may win, the Democratic candidate. So those are the people that.
Tell me the comment. You dying to tell me the comment? Tell me the damn comment.
Well, we'll see this Sunday, family. And then
Wild the Beast, can you put it back in? Because I missed it. We got a little bit of stuff in here, and I missed it somehow. Can you please re-put your comment? I loved it. Like we got somebody in here, who, that's in that realm. I would like to hear their truths, and I think that the people want to hear it as well.
All right, fine. Let's see.
The kids do not have. Okay, let me get to this. Defend this in 2025, right? What happened to basic human decency? The same people that have been around have been around. You got people in red states that have never met a black person that hate black people, and when they finally meet one, like I got be in places and we talk, and they're like, "Well, you're not like other black people." And I'm like, what do you think black people are like that you think I'm different from other black people? We both put our shoes on the same, one foot at a time, pull our pants up one leg at a time. We all go to work. We take care of our kids. What do you think? It's the ignorance that's really the larger part of the problem. And the people that want to make money utilize that ignorance and exploit that ignorance in order to keep a divide so that people aren't paying attention to them robbing us. That's what's happening. Where was I? DJ Elf. The kids do not have someone with integrity to follow. There's no one representing right now. They are not taught that advancement comes from character or accomplishments, but from being edgy and provocative. That is social media. That is social media, 100% agreed. We have to fix the incentives. It's programmed like that. Like there's what we call a school education to prison pipeline where it's literally set up that the biggest companies in the country, in the world, actually own the for-profit prisons. So there's a pipeline to get them from school into them jails to be able to support them prisons. And the music industry is part of it. The educational system is part of it, and its lack of efficacy. The TV is part of it, and now social media is a big divulger in it. It's on purpose.
Okay, we're
raise these kids to think, okay, when will people finally learn? When people like us all get together and keep having these conversations,
okay.
This is what we learn.
Okay.
At some point, it's a feature, not a bug. Wow, Wild Beast just said the same thing I said. Thank you, Wild Beast. Said the same. I just said that.
All right,
I'm
fam.
sorry, Dion. You want to say something?
I'm gonna share my screen. Okay,
We'll
so
we tend to keep the pressure on, Charlie.
I'm going to give a picture within a picture. That shout out to the 304 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. Thank you for that. You guys are in the comments. Look at you beautiful people here in the right-hand column. Over 5,000 people now watching. Now, let me go to, if I can, what was just sent to me in the, all right. So my district leader, Emmanuel Finley, who's a candidate for city council, just sent me this. Whoa, I'm sorry. I'm not even sharing my screen though. So this is the article that he wants us to show. This is the whataboutism. They call us the whataboutism. What about us? What about the Democratic candidate for Virginia Attorney General, which faces a firestorm after disturbing text messages? Now, what happened was, family, the candidate for Attorney General in Virginia, shout out to Winston Sears running for governor, Jay Jones, he's the one that got caught in a text back and forth and saying such comments like this. This is published by the Republican Attorney General Association. See? Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert in the crew with 2 of his worst people. You know, he receives 2 bullets every time. So this is a candidate for city council on the Democratic Party side that's running for Attorney General in Virginia that's making all these sick comments here, as you can see. Whereas they're trying to get people to get him to drop out the race and denounce him. But the point I made earlier, again, is about staffers. So let's look at Democratic.
Hold on, wait. Let me respond to that. Because I see your point, but I think y'all are stretching. He's saying 2 bullets to the head. He didn't say he wanted him shot. He didn't ask for anybody to shoot him. What he said was, that's a dude that's what he gets. That's how he moves. It's like 2 bullets to the head for that dude.
The point is this, Leo.
It doesn't read to me like somebody that actually is going to do something or is calling for something to happen to somebody or is making legislation that will hurt people, which is the difference.
Yes. Well, Leo, you have to keep in mind that this man, if he should become Attorney General of Virginia, these sentiments could be taken out on the people that may appear to be right-leaning, people that may be registered Republican, people who are wearing a stylish MAGA hat, which is dark and black like me, that walk down the block. So that's what's called out. Staffers, no matter if you're the governor or the president or intern or volunteer, you are held to a high standard. And that's the point that I'm making. And number 2, the privacy.
Hold up. Keep going. There's more to read.
What?
I don't know. That's what your man Wild B said. I'm reading the comments. Time to stop defending hate and start learning empathy. That's the ideal society that I want to live in, where we can be empathetic and not live on hate. That's the goal. We have a long way to go, and now we have a lot longer way to go because our current administration propagates hate. This is the divide world where it's left versus right. It's always been left versus right, but it's never been like this. This is coming from the top down, and this is the results. There is more. Please keep reading. That's what he said. Why did you always double down instead of apologizing? Woo! Yo, sir, he's hitting you with it.
They did apologize, but people, even if you apologize for this, it's still not going to matter. But some people are going to accept it as.
Are we just supposed to ignore this again? That's a good question, Gamer. Go ahead, read what Wild Beast wants you to read. No, we're not supposed to ignore it. We're supposed to put the foot on the gas like they did, and they hurting us, man. We lost so many rights. We're about to lose the right to vote or the right to have our votes protected, and they're gonna redraw the maps and draw us out of being able to vote. We gotta put our foot on the gas. Go ahead, Dion, read it.
I'm trying to, because that's this damn internet. It doesn't really give you the actual word for word verbatim.
All right, Wild Beast, we're not gonna be able to get to that today. We're gonna have to get ready to get out of here. We'll get to it. We'll send it to Dion and we'll touch on it Sunday.
Yes.
We'll definitely touch on it Sunday.
Because
Or maybe we'll do a recorded session on it. But we had to touch this now. It was an emergency session. Thank you everybody for joining us. I hope to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, like Dion said, and I'll see you Sunday.